Hello, and welcome to my Fancy Lady Music channel. I'm Sheila Moody. Well, today, I'm sorry to say I'm going to take you on a very sad journey back to my fire-ravaged hometown in Pasadena. I recently went the day before Martin Luther King's birthday to check on my family members and to report on some of the damage that was caused by the Eaton fires. And so my journey started when my fabulous cousins, Cassie and Erica, also from Pasadena, picked me up from Union Station in LA. And as you could see, LA was kind of overcast in the morning, but there wasn't any visible smoke from the fires. And I did not see any active fires. So Erica and Cassie are the best. They loaded their car chock full of supplies and clothing for the fire victims. I mean, water, diapers, snacks, clothing, brand new t-shirts, hats, socks, baby shoes, everything that you could name, they had in that truck. And our first donation stop was the Rose Bowl. Everyone knows the Rose Bowl. It's a whole many big sports events and concerts. But after the fires, the Rose Bowl is now a major donation center, and they're accepting donations, but they've reached their limit on clothing. They're not accepting any clothing at the moment, just essential supplies, toilet paper, etc.
They
They
said
even
no
had a
more.
station there offering free haircuts for the fire victims, and I thought that was so sweet. Erica, Cassie, and I also stopped by
There we go.
Mountain View
There we
Cemetery in
go.
Altadena, which is where my mother, her father, and many of our grandparents and relatives are. Fortunately, just a few trees caught fire in Mountain View and it wasn't affected, and neither was our family church, Metropolitan Baptist Church in Altadena. So here is the wonderful staff at the volunteer staff at the Rose Bowl accepting donations. My first impression was how cheerful and kind and gracious everybody was. There seems to be a conscious effort and a lot of sympathy for the fire victims and the whole community. People of all ethnic groups, ages, and from all walks of life have come to help out the fire victims. And I was just so touched by that. Um, we dropped off most of Erica's donations at the Rose Bowl, the items that were not clothing. Because I was traveling by train and had to travel light, I bought a few gift cards from Target to donate. And my friend Julie in Austin, Texas also sent some money for gift cards for the fire victims. So thank you to my friends for your prayers and your donations and all of your support. Um, when we headed to our second donation spot, we found it, it's kind of sad how, and good how some houses were not touched and others were burned to the ground. This is my aunt and uncle's former house in Pasadena. There's so many memories in this tiny little house. We laughed, played, ate together in my aunt's house. It was a hub, especially around her birthday in August. August 11th was a huge celebration, and everybody would gather at this one little house. Now, Auntie and Uncle had four chairs, and if you were lucky enough to get a seat in one of those four chairs or in the dining room, you were considered blessed. Otherwise, you'd have to either stand or maybe pull up another chair or eat in shifts. But yeah, my cousins and I had so much fun in this little house, jumping on the bed, roller skating up and down the sidewalk, playing hide and seek, watching cartoons, eating cereal. It's just a tight knit, family oriented community, mixed community of elders, babies, children, everybody. There was an orange tree in the back, and a dog. And before my aunt and uncle passed, or after they passed, I was able to retrieve a few photos from the coffee table, from the photo album on the coffee table that my aunt kept on the living room. And her house was always so clean you could lick the floor. And on the coffee table next to that photo album, possibly some Ebony and Jet magazines, there was a snow globe that played Yesterday by the Beatles. And I'd play it over and over and get a sharp pang and longing in my stomach because it reminded me of Pasadena. And I know I would have to leave. I was born in Pasadena, but I was not raised there. And ever since I could remember, I would be sent to Pasadena with relatives in the summertime or on Christmas breaks. And pretty soon I grew to love it, and I would ask to be sent to Pasadena, where I would see my aunties and uncles and grandparents and cousins. And, the feeling getting on the plane and leaving this place, it was just so heartbreaking because there was just so much love in the city and in the community. Here we are passing some more historic family homes. I just learned that Altadena was one of the first middle class black communities in California. I didn't know that. I thought it was Baldwin Hills, but I do know that since my mother was born in 1936, that's an indication of how long my family's been in this area. I know when a lot of my male relatives got back from the military, they were able to settle in Pasadena and buy homes for really good prices, and they stayed there, and their children inherited these homes, and then eventually their grandchildren and great grandchildren, which is typical of a lot of families here. So I hope after the fires, this neighborhood can be redeemed, restored to its original glory, and remain a spot for black families, and there's some just regular people on the street put out shoes and clothes free for the fire victims. This is an example how the community was coming together. I think this is just a little pop-up. Later we went to North Central Pasadena, where a pastor and the founder of the Kingdom Day Parade, they have a church and an association with an organization called Community Closet. They were passing out supplies and clothing for the fire victims, and that's where Erica dropped off the rest of her clothing. Some brand new baby shoes, t-shirts, hats, work attire, just everything, and we met some wonderful people from the church and from Community Closet, and people who took that opportunity to honor Dr. King's legacy by helping out people in need. But yes, so thank you, fancy people, for tuning in and coming with me to my hometown. I sent out sending out my prayers, not just for the people in my hometown and its adjacent city of Altadena, but to people, but to all the victims of the Southern California fires, Pacific Palisades, all of the spots that were affected. This is apocalyptic. This is a tragedy that I've never ever seen before in my 58 years on Earth, and we need to come together and help each other. I'm not the type to sit on social media and post prayer emojis and stay glued to that social media. I am going to action kind of person. So when I see something like this, it's hard to me to stay back, even though my friends tell me, you're spending all that money to go, you're not young anymore, and, blah, 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 blah. But you only get one life. And when the Spirit calls you to help someone and pitch in, you should. When Michael Jackson was alive, something called me to go down to the trial in 2006. And if I hadn't gone, I would not have met Michael Jackson had I been content just to sit and watch it on TV. I wanted to support Michael because I saw that he was hurting. I wanted to give my support personally. And if I had just sat back, I would never have gotten to meet Michael because he died in 2019. So, and if you can't pitch in physically, that's fine. But as long as I have good health and strength in my body, I'll try to help as best I can. But anyway, let me get off of this rant. Thank you for tuning into the Fancy Lady Music Channel. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and watch this video till the end because there will be a special surprise. Oh, that was the National Guard keeping people out of the um, very damaged areas for safety reasons. You couldn't get in those areas unless you had an ID proving that you lived there. Yes, but anyway, thank you all, and I wish everybody a blessed week, and hopefully the next time I do a video on my hometown, it will be restored and redeemed. Peace.
because I know they moved the parade because the break was here earlier today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what should happen. Happening. But I'll definitely, pray that's for you. But I don't know, like, if there is, like, there are so many resources. Yes. But, again, we have our life. We can build it better. And then I feel like, even though it, like, might look a certain way, I feel like for what's meant for young people, that's what it's saying. Yeah. I know the saying when one door closes, another door opens, but I feel like God will allow you to, I feel like God will allow you to have it. That was the guy that's trying to say, and fresh start. So thank you guys. Oh yeah. You guys help yourself. Okay, you're welcome. I'm sorry I'm in your way. Yes. Let me see what information I can get as far as if tomorrow is still on.
Oh, that's a fly hat.
Oh yeah, mine is original.
Brand new, huh? Wow, brand new Adidas.
These are brand new.
Wow. Ooh, Hunter rain boots.
If I put them right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay. Oh, the baby shoe.
Oh, yes.
See? But yeah, if you want to, you can feel free. You're already like in. So they're not going to be like, no, no, no.
Thank you.
They already know.
I should bring more stuff. I have like larger sizes too.
Yeah.
My friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, okay.
I'm gonna be here hanging out some more. But I love to share right.
Like I'm gonna take this to
All right. Okay. All right. All right. I'll take a cup. I'll take a couple. Gotcha. I'll take a couple. Gotcha.
he comes.
February 17th.
Say that again.
This is Dr. Adrian Dell.
Nice to meet you,
He's
sir.
the executive director of CORE California. And he produces the Kingdom Day Parade.
Oh,
It is
nice.
the longest running and the largest Kingdom Day celebration in the nation.
Wow.
And he's 90 years old.
90, bless your heart. Wow.
90 years old.
Wow, bless your heart. Thank you.
And thank you for the gift card.
And
That is
then-
beautiful.
And the historic Black Pasadena, right?
Yes, yes.
Right. And that's my card. Erica, you give him your card?
Fancy Lady Music Channel. I like that. Fancy Lady.
Yeah.